My name's Craig. I'm the founder of Go Search Investigations. The film footage that you're about to watch has been filmed over 3 different dates, meaning that we can reduplicate this tape at any time. So if we have skeptics out there that would like to go along with us and see exactly what our cameras are seeing and experience it for yourself, you're more than welcome. Just get a hold of us at Squirt Smiles at bellsouth.net or go to our space on MySpace, which is under Go Search Investigations. Okay, the first screen you want to look at is to the left here. Up to the left hand in the center, you'll see streaks running across here, right by those rocking chairs. Those are what we consider as streak spirits. We believe them now right behind the rocking chairs. You'll see some showing up. Now this footage went on like this all night long, but we only put a couple minutes of it because, you know, once you see one, you've kind of seen them all. But these are actual spirit energy that I believe that there is a vortex to the right of there, and they're coming out of the vortex and heading off to who knows where. Now you're going to see spirit energy cross the, this is typical what we find there all the time. It actually goes through the wall to the right of it. And, okay, now we're up at the Titusville Playhouse in Titusville, Florida. If you look at the chair that's sitting up against, actually it's against a wall in the back here, and you'll see an item coming out of the chair. Now, we consider this as spirit energy. This is a studio up in the Playhouse, and the floors are black, the walls are black, the ceiling's black. And this is the first time that we're catching it on film, and our cameras are recording at 30 frames per second, and we're catching it 3 times on there, so it's moving pretty fast when it goes off the screen. This is up in the attic at the Cassadaga Spirit Camp in Florida. The first one looks like a skull cap to me, but it has the distinct 2 eyes sockets, which seem to be universal. They seem to be in a lot of them. What I'll do is I'll take each one and try to zoom in on it a little bit so you can see it better. And I will back them up and go forward so you can look at each one a few times so you can decide what you're looking at. Now if you look off to the right of this screen, you will see like a mist forming off to the right there. Now this is happening in a split second because this is 30 frames per second and it almost instantly goes up through the ceiling. Have about 600 hours worth of untouched, uncut tape that probably has quite a few hours worth of evidence on it. It's one thing we're good at. From the very beginning we've been able to film spirit energy and different kinds of spirits. At least this is what we think they are. We don't know if they're spirits or something we're seeing from another dimension or what the heck they are. That's what we're out here trying to figure out. But I would almost take a good guess that what we're looking at is human spirits. The Cassadaga Spirit Camp in Florida is one of the most haunted locations I've ever been at. You do see one that's coming in from the back and it's going past the camera from right to left. It's hard to get a real good visual on it. Now these are infrared cameras. When you're up in these attics, this is absolutely pitch dark. What you're actually seeing is the reflection of infrared off of whatever it is. And we can't get a real good feel for what color they are is because in the last picture you saw me in, I was wearing a black shirt with blue jeans, but it looked like I was wearing an ice cream shirt. That's infrared just has a reflecting capability off of different things, so you'll see them in different ways. But that's what creates the graininess to the actual picture. Now this is very interesting. This is almost 65 feet away from the camera, so I would estimate the size of this to probably be about 2 or 3 feet in diameter. 65 feet, you can still see that it has some features. It maybe looks like a couple eyes and a mouth, and maybe a little beard. But the distance is just incredible. It's, you know, people would want to say that these are dust bunnies or dust orbs. That's impossible. You could not see a dust orb at 65 feet in the absolute dark with infrared. It's just not going to happen, not with that kind of a shape. Now, a dust orb is typically round and has structure. And we do not promote them at all. We try to dismiss them. However, I have seen some orbs that are very interesting. So in time we may consider to change our thoughts. Now you'll see a spirit coming from the right to the left over to the top there. Now at times I've been up in this attic. This stuff is going on and I was not even aware anything was going on over there. I could not see. These spirits may be dark and they just may reflect infrared. So in the absolute, you know, if you had light on, you wouldn't see it. They would just blend in. Now this one down to the right-hand corner, it's almost round enough to almost be considered a dust orb. However, because you can see through part of it and it is not exactly round, I probably would consider it as spirit energy. I can't estimate the size of it because of where it's at, but a good guess would probably be maybe a foot high. A little bit big for a dust particle, huh? That is a box sitting on its side up in the attic of the Cassadaga. And I can't tell if it's between that beam and that box. If you look off to the right there, you'll see another spirit that's roaming around. Now this one looks a little bit on the evil side to me. First time I saw it, it looked like it had 2 horns, a little bit of hair on top, and a couple eyes. And if I look at a different direction, it's really depending on what you see up there. But I would consider it as spirit energy. Off to the right of the screen, you'll see what seems to be appearing is a face showing. Now I'll bring it back a few times and stop it so you can take a look at it. See if I can zero. Usually I zero in on it and you lose it because it's so grainy in the background. But we'll give it a shot. Now it's right above the blue box. You can possibly see a face, like 2 eyes and a nose. Okay, now it's still directly above the blue box. I've had other people look at this and they actually see more than one face, but on the original footage, when you just zoom it through real fast, you can see that it just seems like only one face in the picture at a time.